In today's video, we'll be talking about the top 10 sneakers for the fall time. All of the sneakers for the most part on this list are going to be under $200. They're nice earth tones, nice fall colors, because of course we are in the fall time, and I can guarantee you that you could find something on this list that you like.
This is not an official guarantee or special offer. Carlos Vega 101 is not responsible if you don't like any sneakers on this list. Thank you for listening.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Vega, and as I mentioned before, we'll be talking about the top 10 sneakers for the fall time. And to be honest with you, it's actually 11 sneakers because I wanted to include one more and also 2 bonuses. And just to give you a heads up, the 2 bonuses are actually not sneakers, but I still wanted to give you a good solid top 10 sneakers because that is the reason you clicked, right? So let me start off with a bonus because I feel that this is something that is gonna catch you on the left field, and this is the Nike ACG Torre in the Pecan colorway. This is one of those boots that, in my opinion, is perfect for those that are trying to step away from the sneakers and are trying to explore other footwear options. This is also an ACG model, so of course it is weatherproof. So if you live in a state where it rains a lot, it snows a lot, this is definitely gonna have you covered. I feel that the Pecan colorway is definitely the best. There's also another brown and navy option that I feel that looks very solid. But if you want to step away from the sneakers and you want something that gives you kind of a 90s vibe, they are Nike, so of course they feel familiar for you guys that are sneakerheads out there. And at the end, I feel that you can have a bunch of sneakers, but there's also a time and a place for everything. So a good pair of boots among all of the sneakers is never a bad deal. Alright guys, let's officially start off the list now that we got the first bonus out of the way. So at number 11, in no particular order, it is the Nike Killshot 2 in the dark russet gum colorway. This color right here is perfect for the fall time, and it is under $100. So if you're in the budget friendly type of side and you want to save some money and you want a sneaker that is also very versatile, I think this is definitely the way to go. They have other colorways, of course. They have a beige one that I feel that looks very clean as well, but this one specifically, if you look at it, it screams fall time. So at the end, if you want something under $100 from Nike, this is definitely the way to go. All right guys, at number 10 we have the Asics GT-2160 in the pepper putty colorway. I'm not sure about that color name, but it is just essentially a tan and a brown color. I think it looks very clean. The 2160 model, in my opinion, gets overshadowed by that Gel-1130 model and also the Canos or Cayano 14s. I feel that this is one of those colors as well that it's available right now in the website, but eventually once people start looking at it, is definitely gonna sell out. There's a good size options available right now on the site, so if you like this color, do not sleep. One thing about Asics is that if they sell out, you don't really know if they're gonna have a restock. And I saw this color, I thought it was very clean, very different. A lot of people are not really talking about it, so something that I like, of course, because I like those underrated type of models. So again, the GT-2160 is a very good comfy Asics model under $130. So at the end, if you want something different than the Asics Gel-1130, then the 2160 is definitely the way to go. At number 9, we have another good affordable option, and that is the Puma Palermo in the black gum colorway. A sneaker that, in my opinion, gets overshadowed by Adidas Sambas, Gazelles, and those type of sneakers, but very nice sneaker, to be honest with you. You could dress them up, you could dress them down, you can even rock them with some shorts and a nice hoodie as we transition over into the fall time, and they're gonna look very, very clean, maybe for a coffee break, maybe, you know, to run some errands. At the end, I think that you could rock the sneaker with a bunch of colors, and I think it's going to look very good. So under $100, affordable, versatile, you really cannot go wrong. Moving on, at number 8, we have the New Balance 2002R A-Drift Moonbeam colorway, a colorway that actually dropped last year, but no worries, you can actually get it in the aftermarket under retail nowadays, like StockX, Go, you know, you could search the web, etc. But this brown color looks very, very clean, and of course with the 2002R model, it's actually a very good combination to have for the fall time. If you don't like the 2002R model and want something a little little bit different from New Balance, then go ahead and check out the 1906R model in this linen dark olive that just dropped. I feel that looks very, very clean, and it's definitely a good alternative, just adding a little bit of more earth tones into the sneaker, of course. But in my opinion, not to be biased, I really like this color right here. So if you love New Balance and you love earth tones, this is definitely the way to go. All right, guys, so if you're looking for a sneaker that has camo with a combination of pop, either way, at number 7, we have the Nike Air Max 90 in the reverse duck camo colorway. Fire sneaker, if you were to ask me. I actually did a review on these last week and they re-released this week. And what's crazy about it is that they actually sold out. And it's something that I did mention on the review, that if you love the sneaker and you want your size, just go ahead and cop, because this can happen. It just goes to show you that sometimes there are certain sneakers that have a lot of value for people, and some people call it bricks, but ultimately the sneakerheads will definitely get their sneakers when they want to, right? So the camel color, the infrared is definitely a good change of pace when it comes down to all of these nice earth tones. Something that I would kind of avoid to do it all the time, but every now and then having a little bit of fun with the camo and the pop right here that we have in this Air Max 90 is definitely a good look. They are comfortable, and if you love classic retro sneakers from Nike, this is, I believe, a good combination. Speaking of Nike, we have more comfortable sneakers, and that is the Nike Air Max 1, and not necessarily in the ugly duckling. It could be the crepe hemps, or it could even be the shima colors. What I'm trying to say is that Air Max 1s come in a bunch of different earth tones, and it's something that you should definitely check out. They also released another Air Max 1 model this year that has a brown dark olive color, which I really like as well. You can also get the beef and broccoli ones, is another good option. So if you want something that is comfortable by Nike, if you want the Air Max 1, if you're an Air Max 1 lover just like me, and you want some type of earth tone for the fall time, there's definitely a good amount of options there. But at number 6, the Air Max 1 in a bunch of earth tone colorways is definitely a good choice. With all of the hype that Adidas has with this model, including the gazelles, the hardballs, the Sambas, of course we got to talk about the Adidas Samba, but in this specific colorway, the minor green color, this is a woman exclusive. However, I feel that of course a man can rock it, because it is ultimately a forest green with a nice brown gum colorway right there in the midsole. I feel that this is definitely a good sneaker to have for the fall time, something that is also very versatile. You could dress it up, you could dress them down. I feel that the materials and the quality on this specific model is also very, very good. That is also the reason why it's slightly a little bit more than a regular pair of Sambas. But of course, man, with this 3 stripes in a kind of taupe color, this forest green, this midsole right here in gum, I mean, this literally screams fall time. At number 4, we have a classic, a underrated sneaker, one that I feel that dropped last year or 2 years ago, but either way, it was heavily slept on, and it is the Jordan 1 Palominos. If you love Jordan brand and you want something to rock for the fall time, this is definitely a good shoe to have. I feel that it's also very slept on because of the mochas, but in my opinion, heavy statement is that these are better than the mochas. If you really think about it, the mochas only have a brown panel right here in the back. They are black and white. So if you put a pant leg over it, you're not gonna see the brown. It kind of defeats the whole purpose of calling a sneaker mocha if you cannot see the brown. Either way, the Palominos are a better choice if you're looking for a brown Jordan 1, because it has brown everywhere. Of course, it goes with a lot of outfits, and especially right now for the fall time, you cannot go wrong with these brown tones. So at the end of the day, at number 4, we have the Jordan 1 in the Palomino colorway. All right, so back to the comfy vibes. By Asics, we have the Gel-1130 in the pale oak mantle green colorway. If you pay close attention to this sneaker model right here, it's not your typical 1130, because normally you would see kind of like leather in this area, and you have suede now, which looks very clean, especially in this mantle green, which essentially is an olive green color. When I don't have a brown tone in the fall time, I typically go for an olive green because I feel that that is a very good color to have for the fall time. Of course, the Asics 1130 model, if you do not know, it's very, very comfy, good value for what you're getting as well for a sneaker that is only $100 and at times under $100. This specific colorway has actually sold out, but pay attention because I feel that they're going to restock it. I think that they actually restocked it one time and it sold out very quickly. The one that they are restocking is a blue color that is pretty much the same as this with blue, and they restocked that twice and it sells out every single time because this sneaker is that good. So if you want something for the fall time that is super comfortable, especially that screams fall time, the Asics Gel-1130 is definitely the way to go. If you've been waiting for something more on the hype train, I got you covered, but I still feel that is not what you expect, and that is the Supreme Nike Air Darwin in the Desert Camo colorway. Perfect color again for the fall time, brown, tan, as you can see right here. I feel that with the whole aesthetic that we have nowadays with the baggy pants, this is gonna look very clean. If you live in a colder climate where it rains a lot, where it snows a lot, I feel that this is also going to be good for you because I feel that these are gonna hold up just fine. Ultimately, I feel that this is a very underrated collab by Nike and Supreme, but I feel that it's also a good thing if you wanna be different than the average Joe and not scream hype beast in people's faces. Pretty much those who know. So at the end, if you're looking for something that is on the hype lane, but not too much, the Nike Air Darwin in the Desert Camo colorway is the way to go. The next pair of sneakers is the one that I was not going to include in this list, and it is also the reason why we have 11 sneakers now, and that is the Nike Air Max Sunder in the Golden Canyon colorway. Again, this specific colorway, not this model, just this colorway, because the other ones are just too bright, like that pink one or the Volt colorway, which I actually did a review on as well. I feel that this color looks good with the fall palette colors. It's going to look good with olive green. It's gonna look good with brown tones. It's gonna look good with maybe some sweatpants, some sweat shorts. I think it's just gonna look good overall for the fall time. There's another colorway that dropped as well this week, and that is the black one, or triple black, whatever you want to call it. It looks very, very fire. I think it's gonna also look good for the fall time and the winter time. This is also a sneaker that I feel that is gonna also last pretty good in the fall time, because ultimately it's not just like any kind of sneaker. It has nylon, and nylon tends to be a good material, that it is a little bit more on the water resistant side. So if you want something from Nike, it's an Air Max. It has a little bit of pop for the fall time that looks good with other fall tones, then the Nike Air Max Sunder, specifically in the Golden Canyon colorway, is the way to go. Last but not least, this is the second bonus that I was telling you guys about, and like I always say on my channel, there is a time and a place for everything. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, the bonus is not a sneaker. So hear me out. You gotta get a pair of penny loafers, especially right now for the fall time. You probably have a bunch of parties going on. You probably have a lot of work gatherings going on, and rocking sneakers is just not gonna cut it. The loafers have been popular for the last 3 years or so, very popular. They're pretty trendy, and I feel that they are also very versatile. You could dress these up, dress them down, rock them to the office, rock them to parties. You can rock streetwear clothes with these loafers as well. So I feel that if you want something that is more on the versatile type of streetwear lane and you don't want sneakers, this is definitely something that you gotta go ahead and check out. But at the end, I went with these Cole hands. Like I mentioned, they are comfy, they have the chunky midsole, and they are ultimately not super expensive either. I feel that the price is right in the middle, and the best thing about them is that you can actually get them in Amazon. Order them today, and if you got Prime shipping, you'll get them tomorrow, and it's easy return if you don't like them either. So I'm also gonna have a link in the description down below, just in case you are interested in these right here. But I feel that the penny loafers is something that you should have in the fall rotation if you want something different than sneakers. That's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. A lot of good options right here for the fall time, 13 to be exact, and I feel that there is something for everyone on this list right here. So hopefully you found it informative and entertaining, as I mentioned, and if you made it all the way through, You are the real MVP. Go ahead and comment Camo, and that will let me know that you made it all the way through, that you rock with me and all of that good stuff. So if you made it all the way through, go ahead and hit subscribe as well. Smash the like button. It really does mean a lot. And also follow me in my social media pages right there. With all of that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.